When I first started teaching, I was always annoyed hearing the infamous 8-word phrase that teachers often hear from those outside of the profession. You know the one, must be nice to have summers off. Sure, the idea of summers off sounded wonderful. Who wouldn't want to spend their days sleeping in or lounging on the beach, relaxing by the pool, or heck, binge watching Netflix? But in reality, my summers were far from leisurely. I spent every waking moment through July and August busily preparing for the upcoming school year, until I adopted these 5 simple strategies that I will share with you so you too can work smarter and not harder. Hello, I am MrsPTarleton, helping you with technology, teaching, and treasures. Let's dive in. The first thing to do about a month or 2 before the end of the school year is to start thinking about possible new teaching methods or educational practices that maybe you were thinking about implementing next school year. Do not wait until next school year. Test them out now. You already have a room full of students who know your classroom routines and your teaching style, and they know what's going on. So they are the perfect group to test out something new. This way, you will know if this is something you will actually want to try next year and already have some notes on things that you may want to tweak or adjust to improve the teaching method or educational practice. This will help you better implement the new strategy the next school year, as it will not be totally new to you. You will know how to properly manage the students through the new teaching method or educational practice. The next thing you want to do is to create the first 2 weeks of lesson plans. As a high school teacher, this usually includes creating digital lockers for a getting to know you activity at the beginning of school. These digital lockers are a wonderful way to get to know your students' interests. It also serves the benefit of making sure that your students know how to use the technology that you'll be using throughout the school year. This is done in a non-intimidating way while the students are enjoying being creative and building their own locker. I will leave a link in the description so you can have your students build their own locker. It requires no prep on your end, and it's all ready for you. Except you may want to create your own locker so that the students get to know you also. I do suggest keeping all the lockers on the same slide deck so that the students can get to know their peers. It also seems that for my high school students, they really step up their design when they find out it will be seen by their peers and not just me, the teacher. They want to impress their peers, where for me, they don't care about impressing me. They just want to get the grade. So you will also want to make copies of maybe any handouts you want to pass out at the beginning of the school year, because I don't know about your school, but at my school, it seems like the printers are always tied up with teachers waiting to print at the beginning of the school year. And when there is a printer available, it's usually because it's jammed and you need to solve the mystery of the stuck piece of paper before you can even begin to print. So make those copies now.
We do not need a new copier. We do not need new chairs. This copier is working perfectly.
That's the original.
Next thing you need to do is prepare toolkits for your students to use. I like to have these set up 1 per group. They are pencil boxes, or sometimes I use clear plastic shoe boxes from the dollar store to put supplies that students may need, like colored pencils, straight edge, post-it notes, pencils, sharpeners, and even erasers. Set these aside and you will feel less stressed when it is time for students to complete the work and need supplies. They just easily get their toolkits. The next thing you should do is declutter your room. Toss those papers you did not use this school year. Get rid of all the broken school supplies. While you are decluttering, organize the things that you plan to use the following school year. This is a great time to look over your inventory to see what you have and whether or not you will be able to use it the following school year. Now, the last thing you should do, which I have learned from experience, is probably the most important thing. You want to write a note to yourself. Make it a fun note, an encouraging note that you'll place on the top of next year's school planner or somewhere very visible, so you will read it as soon as you return from summer break. In this letter, be sure to remind yourself about all the wonderful prep work you completed the previous year that set you up for this school year. Outline where to find everything that you have created and prepped for the upcoming school year. Because I do not know about you, but when I have a relaxing vacation, I usually forget everything I did. Even if I say I'm going to remember this, I never do. This nice letter to yourself will help you calmly enter the new school year, relaxed and ready to enjoy your new group of students. So, there you go. Get prepared for next school year and start responding to the comment, "It must be nice to have summers off," with a resounding, "You are absolutely right. It is wonderful." Reclaim your summers, relax, and enjoy.